What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fellow YouTubers? I bid all of you welcome to this very special video where I'm going to talk about EC, and EC stands for Energy Credits in Star Trek Online. Now, as always, you guys can find timestamps where you can jump to a specific part in the video description, but you have to be on YouTube for that to so you can expand the video description, and it only can happen in YouTube. So, starting off this video, I'm going to talk about one thing that I usually get asked by a lot of players, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of subscribers to this channel, and they're talking about like, how am I able to be so space rich, as you guys are calling it these days? How am I able to get all of the items that I want, all of the goodies that I have? Well, if you pay close attention to this video, you're going to find all of my secrets that are going to be revealed. So pay close attention to this. First of all, I'm going to talk about duty officers, and duty officers are wrong button. Duty officers can be obtained at the Starfleet Academy, and you can go to the Starfleet Academy near the transporter pad, or at least at the transporter pad there is an option to beam down to the Starfleet Academy, and I'm going to show you that there are 3 points where you can actually obtain duty officers. Now we need to be okay, we got a nice spawn in these Starfleet Academy, and this is one NPC that is going to start off a mission that is called the Vulcan Cultural Exchange. It's going to give you mine is already in progress, and it's going to give you one common duty officer, one white one, and it has a duration of 20 hours. Now I already started mine, so I'm not able to do it again. Now that is one duty officer that you can obtain, the Vulcan variant. Now there are 2 other NPCs just to the left of this main building up here. Those are the Tellarite and the Andorian ones that you can get to. It's kind of like a hidden place, but if you look at all of my videos, you're basically going to find out all of the secrets. So an Andorian variant as well, so you're going to get one comment from him, and a Tellarite variant, also one comment from him. So those are missions that are going to take up 20 hours, and if memory serves me right, there is a 48-hour cooldown, so 2 days to where you can actually start the same mission. There is another one. There is another one where you can get up here at the personnel officer. Stop it! Where you can request, submit request for personnels, and you can do the cadre for the tactical, the engineering, the science, and also the civil corps variant. So those are going to yield 11 duty officers in total. So 1 from the Andorian, 2 for the Federation Civil Corps, for the Federation Junior Engineer, Science, Tactical, Tellarite, and the Vulcan one. Because I already started mine, I don't have any duty officers, or at least white ones. I only have greenish, as you guys can see. Now I'm going to exchange a couple of greens to put in the exchange to make EC, because that is what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about making money through duty officers. Now that option to downgrade a couple of uncommon to common is right here. Reassign underperforming officers. Common ones, so you're going to ask you no, wait a minute. Wait. The other one. Exchange officers. Uncommon duty officer exchange, and it's going to ask you for 1 greenish. I'm going to use this guy, the photonic studies scientist. Doesn't really matter. I don't use greens. it says right here, this crewman will be permanently removed from your roster, and it's going to reward us with 3 uncommon ones. 3 common ones, sorry. So 3 white ones, and it's going to exchange 1 green to 3 common ones, and it has a 5-second duration, so that is going to finish off real quick. Going to complete it. It usually comes when it's finished all the way to the bottom. So the uncommon duty officer transfer 1 green for 3 whites and a little bit of experience. Now I'm going to do this a couple of times because I don't have any white ones. I just sold all of the white ones that I had. So here we go again. 3 more, that is 6. Now let's do this a couple of times. So we can basically have like 12 of them. There it goes again. Now I highly recommend you guys doing this if you're running low on AC and you're like having like a couple of green uncommon ones that you basically don't need. So that is 9, and let us grab one more, a con officer, because you know we don't need those guys. Now as it states right here, no, underneath qualities, I should have 12. 3, 6, 9, 12-ish. So I have 12-ish duty officers that are white ones, and what I'm going to do with them, I'm just going to put them on the exchange for somewhere between 20 to 30,000 AC each. Now that is going to make me a lot of money in a very short time, and I'm going to do that because a lot of players these days are looking for white duty officers, and white duty officers are basically required if you want to upgrade the facilities of your starbase. And if I queue up my own fleet, it says right here on the Spire we are currently upgrading the operation facilities to level 3, and it says right here common engineering and operation duty officers. You need 850 of these guys. That's crazy, the amount of duty officers that is required. We also are upgrading the starbase shipyard to level 4, and you kind of need 149 of these guys, tactical or security duty officers. Now what I'm going to do is, I have a little bit of money right here. I'm going to access my bank and my account bank, and I'm going to drop all of my money up here so you guys know I have no money. I'm going to queue up the exchange, and as you guys see, I don't have anything up there. I'm just going to grab all of the duty officers and I'm going to put them up for 30,000 EC to be sold. Now obviously I'm not looking at what kind of duty officers they are because I just want to get rid of them. But if you want to have a little bit more buck from these guys, you can actually search for the quality and the specialization of these characters or these duty officers. So this one is an assault squad officer, and that is this variant, and the cheapest Federation one is 35. So if we put up this guy for 30,000, is going to be sold in a hurry. And as you guys are going to see throughout the video, I'm going to get EC like crazy, and that is because I'm putting all of these duty officers on the exchange. And there it goes, I sold one, because people are looking up for bargains, and these guys for 30,000 AC are a bargain. Now you usually also get civilians don't sell real good. So I usually put these guys for 10,000 a piece. So just putting it up there so people can actually buy them. Now, as you guys see, 14 out of 15 duty officers that I had, I already sold one for 30,000. So that is making EC in Star Trek Online like crazy amount. Now you can obviously, just to recap, you can do duty officer assignment missions that is going to give you white ones, and if you have like a really good success or a critical, you're obviously going to get a better version, a green one. You can downgrade that one green for 3 white ones. So all the white ones, put them on the exchange, usually about 20 to 30, and if you have civilians, usually around 10 if you want to get some EC real fast. Now that is one way. Another way is by doing the oldest mission that is available in Star Trek Online, and that is Tour of the Galaxy. Yeah, EC, right? EC. Now, Tour of the Galaxy is a daily mission that you can do in Star Trek Online that is basically once every 20 hours you can visit a couple of planets, couple of star systems, and for each planet that you visit you're going to get a modest amount of EC. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just no, because I'm not going to grab the mission. You kind of need to be in space for that, so let me just go to the sector space, because there is a 15-minute duration for this particular mission, and I'm going to start off at the Iconia system. So I'm going to speed up this part right here because I want to go to the Iconia system right away, and I don't want you guys to be bored. So see you in a little bit. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here near the Iconia system, and whoa, full stop, dude. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about Tour of the Galaxy, because this is one of the oldest missions in Star Trek Online, and it's one of the easiest way where you can actually farm AC. Now, what this mission is all about is you basically need to do a couple of visits to like systems, and for each system that you visit you're going to get a modest amount of EC in return. So it's basically a race against the clock, because there at the moment that you start this mission there is a 15-minute duration, and if that 15 minutes is up, the mission actually is going to stop, and you're only going to get the EC that you got. So right now I am sitting at 50,000 EC. Not a lot. I can understand, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to visit only 10 systems, because this mission is a remnant from the old days of Star Trek Online, where system sector blocks weren't actually open like it is right now. There were like sector blocks. So if you visit one sector block, you're going to get like a high amount of EC, and that part of the mission is still in the game. So I'm going to visit 18 sector blocks, all 3 of these. So Iconia, I'm going to go from Iconia all the way to Narendra system, the Phoebe system, the Mempa, that system, Gasco, that system here. You basically are going to see it in the game, because it's going to make like a white outline to all of the systems that I've visited. And when I visit this the last one, the 18th sector, I'm going to get a bonus of 100,000 EC for visiting all of the 18 sectors. Actually it's the 17 sectors, but if you visit the 18s you're going to get that as well. So that is like an added bonus. You can obviously try to finish this mission all the way, all the way to 15 minutes, but it usually takes me for visiting these 18 sector blocks around like 10 minutes or so. And just to make sure that I'm not cheating, I'm going to equip a normal. Do I have a normal? I do. What is this? A normal engine, like it's a Mark 10, 11. So it's a Mark 11. Yes. It's like a Mark 11 engine, so I'm not cheating. There is obviously, if you equipped the Borg assimilated transwarp engines from the Borg reputation, it's going to make your ship move throughout the sector blocks even faster. But that is basically a little bit of a cheating, because this video is for all of you guys that aren't up to par with Star Trek Online. So you guys don't have the reputation gear, don't have all of the nicest gear that you can have. So I'm basically just putting up a Mark 11. Mark 10 is maybe I can I replicate a Mark 10 engine real quick somewhere? No, maybe for the R&D. I don't have any ships R&D slots, but Mark 10, trust me, it's not the fastest one. So we're going to start this mission, and you guys are going to see there is a timer that is going down. So I'm going to start visiting the Iconia system, and it's going to give me EC right here for visiting that system. Hopefully. What did I miss? Now my ship isn't really good on turning, so I just made a boo-boo right there. Now you basically need to hit these systems like I did right there, 25,000 EC. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to auto navigate to the Phoeban systems, because that is the way that I'm going to go from up here to here, and then here, and then here, here, and here. So all of these sector blocks are going to be unlocked, and while I come here at the Ryza system is going to be the 18th sector that I am going to try. So all of these, like highlighted in like with a circle, those are the systems that you need to visit for this mission. So you have 15 minutes to visit all of these systems, and each systems give you 25,000 EC. But keep in mind, if you are low levels, that is below 50, you're not going to get 25,000, you're going to get 10 and then 15 depending on what level you are. But if you are 50 and above, you're going to get 25,000 for visiting each systems. Now obviously I could use transwarp between a couple of systems, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cheat, because transwarp is unlocked at level 60, so I'm not even going to go there. I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way by, Mark 10 engines and nothing else. So Phoeban system is coming up, and then I'm going to go to Gamma Eridon system. There we go. We got 25,000 EC for visiting this system. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to speed this video recording again, because I know you guys are not liking this part. So see you in a little bit. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys are seeing right here, I unlocked all of these sector blocks. They are outlined in the white blocks. Those are the sector blocks that I visited. And if I visit the last one, I'm going to get a bonus. So I'm going to remove the map just a little bit. And as you guys are seeing, there is 5 minutes left for me to do all of the other exploration of, or at least visiting all of the other sectors or systems, but I'm not going to do that because, you know, doing this mission for 15 minutes, it tends to be a little bit on the long side for me personally. I don't know about you. You guys can try to, you know, maximize all of the earnings that you do. But I find, like, as it is right there, bonus reward earned for visiting all sector. That was a little bit too fast. As it is written up here, bonus reward earned for visiting all systems, and all systems is a reminiscence from the old mission, the old age mission. They have still kept it inside of there. So I visited 9 groups of systems, so I'm going to get a bonus of 100,000 EC. So as it stands right now, my total amount of EC, including all of the duty officers that I sold on the exchange, is 470,000. And that took me, let's say, about not even 15, because the minute counter for this mission is still hasn't, you know, gone down to 0. So, you know, that is just a tip. Now obviously you can, if you guys are a pro at it, you can put a simulated engine up there. There is a subspace fold option for a warp core, and there are like duty officer assignment or duty officers that you can slot up to reduce the cooldown of your quantum slipstream. And there is obviously a better version of the starship that you're flying, because mine is a carrier and that one doesn't like to turn in sector's place. So there are, you know, tons of other options where it's going to make your ship be faster in finishing this mission. So I only did those 18 sector blocks because I wanted that bonus, that 100,000 EC. That is nice to have. Obviously you can go full pro and finish all of these sector blocks and then get the rewards. Now I'm going to talk about something else. Another way where you can actually earn EC is still under the mission tabs, and that is episodes. So I'm pressing button J on my keyboard. That is by default the Hail Starfleet option that is going to bring up this window, or you can do it right here, Hail Starfleet, same window. You go under the episodes, and I think while you are leveling, you kind of like did a couple of these missions. Now all of these missions that you do one by one, you come across the enemy, and the enemy has a chance to drop loot. Well, for now, keep that loot in your inventory. I have enough room up here because I have a special trick for you to earn just a little bit more EC by selling your loot. So stay tuned for that. That is going to be in a later stage of the video, so stay tuned for that. So what I'm going to say is all the loot drops that you get for playing Star Trek Online, like missions, keep that with you. Now obviously there is a Voth Battlezone ground loot drop. So it's basically, you know, a ground map where you can grab loot, and usually it's kind of good loot. It's not really the best, it's like greenish, something like that, and it's obviously going to be valuable to some players. Grab that loot and put it on the exchange and make money like I did with duty officers. Now obviously Other way to obtain loot is by doing duty officers assignment missions, and I have 11 of them that are completed. Now if you open up this window, duty officers, and you can open that up by clicking these three guys that only their head is being displayed. Duty officers, and in the current map, in the personal map, there are tons of missions that you can start that offer EC in rewards for finishing that mission. Now obviously you can start all these missions that are going to be to your liking, and if you have the resources, why not? Now I started a couple of them that were to my liking, that I thought myself, well, that's good, you know. So this one gave me a success, and it gave me 490 EC in return. This one gave me a critical success, so that gave me 980. Those are the double amount of EC, as it is right here. Critical again 980, critical again 980. This one didn't give me anything, but it gave me dilithium. This one gave me 490, 490, 490. All of these duty officer assignment missions, they are giving me resources, and resources in Star Trek Online some way or another way is going to be made to EC, made to money. Now I'm just going to grab all of the rewards from those missions, and as you guys see, energy credits, 6,000 energy credit for doing duty officer assignment missions. Now obviously there are better ones, obviously there are missions that give more resources, more EC, but this is another way of farming EC, doing duty officer assignment missions that tend to yield really good EC. So my total has come up to 476,000 EC. Now obviously if you are level 51 and above, you have unlocked the Admiralty, and the Admiralty also gives you a ton of EC as of late. A ton, it's a lot, I'm telling you. On a critical gave me 72,000 EC and 72,500 EC on a critical here. On a critical up here gave me 30,000. This one also 30,000. This one 80,000. And this one 50,000. So if I collect all of the rewards, so let me collect this one, collect that one, collect that one, that isn't finished yet, collect this one, that hasn't finished yet, this is a critical, this is a critical. Look at how much EC I got. 292,000 energy credit. That puts my total of EC close to 1,768,000. So Admiralty is going to give you a ton of EC, if not more, if you have all of the ships that you are using to level your character, and if you are a ship fanatic just as I am, you have lots of more option to do that. So one other way is there in Star Trek Online to farm EC. Well, there is always the Foundry mission, the Foundry missions, because there are a ton of Foundry missions that are just intended for players to grab loot. So you hail Starfleet again, button J, or this icon up here. You go to Foundry, you go to browse all, you hit this down pointing arrow, and in the job title description you put in farming and then search. Now I just grabbed the first one that came up, EC farming on ESD, and EC stands for energy credit, like I said a million times in this recording, and Earth Space Dock, and ESD stands for Earth Space Dock. So I basically hailed this guy, and to begin the situation, stand next to Lieutenant Commander Arut, I have no idea, who is inside the personal equipment room, personal equipment room. So you accept that mission. I already have that one, so that is the mission that gave me personal equipment. That is this this way up here, and this is that Lieutenant Commander Arut that the guy was talking about. And beam up. Now I want to talk a little bit about Foundry. What is Foundry? Well, Foundry is like a tool that players can utilize to make missions. So they, this particular person has made this mission, and what he has done is he has put a couple of enemies in front of us that we can blow up, and those enemies are going to leave loot behind, and you can grab the loot and sell the loot on the exchange if it is valuable. And if it's not, I have a little bit of a secret where you can earn 20% more EC by selling that loot to an NPC vendor, and an NPC vendor at a special place. But first, let me just demonstrate. This is the Foundry mission, and I'm just going to kill these guys real fast. So you basically need you don't need a OP starship for this part. You just need a decent one that's going to do a little bit of damage to these guys, and I would recommend something like torpedoes is going to be good on these missions, because all of these ships, they don't have shields, so their hull is being exposed, and like torpedoes are really good when it comes to penetrating the hull and removing a lot of hit points. So torpedoes with torpedo spread and gravity well would be recommended by these type of missions. Now I'm not going to do the entire mission. I'm just going to kill these guys and grab all of the loot that these guys are giving us, because that is the mission right here. So these are Foundry missions that has been made by players for players to grab loot. And I'm just going to go far away from these guys, out of their weapons range, because oh, hold on, I didn't grab the loot. What am I doing? Oh my god. First of all, I need to grab the loot. If I don't grab the loot, I have nothing to sell, then I can't make EC. So here we go. We are close enough to grab the loot, so I'm just going to take all the loot. And it doesn't really matter if I get killed or not. Here we go. Alright, just moving out of their weapon range so I can finish this mission, or at least abort it, because I really don't want to do this entire mission. It's going to take too much out of you guys' time. So here we go. Now we kind of need to wait for the red alert condition to go away. There we go. So we can abort this mission. I don't recommend you guys aborting it. I do recommend you guys finishing that mission, because it's going to give you a ton of loot. And in loot, I mean, look at how much I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9 loot out of that mission. So all of these loot you can sell to that vendor that I'm going to talk about a little bit later on the video. That is going to give you EC in return. Now, if you have enough EC and you're looking for like a bargain or something like that, it's really recommended you guys joining a particular chat channel. That one is called the Trading Channel, and you can visit it, or you can join that channel two ways. You can basically, in your chat tab, is just right click on it and basically go to the channel tab, because this is the one that you are going to be seeing. Go to chat channel, and basically there is the Trading Channel. If you type that, can we grab this one? If you type in the Trading Channel up here, the trading channel and hit the button join, you're basically going to join this channel. And this channel is all about, like it says right here in the description, if you're looking for a bargain that is if you're looking for something that is on the exchange but you're not willing to pay that amount, people tend to, you know, help you out a little bit and give you like a bargain, something to that nature, like, you know, everything that is below the pricing that players are asking in the exchange is really good. I do highly recommend you guys joining this channel. Now obviously I talked a lot about like EC and where you can grab EC, but I haven't talked about loot where you can actually get a little bit more. Now as you guys seeing, I'm at 1 million in like how long have I been recording? Like a half hour or something like that, 40 minutes. You earned 1 million in 40 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy. And here is confirmation that everything has been sold on the exchange. All these items all the way up here have been sold on the exchange. And to be completely honest with you guys, I've been selling more duty officers on the exchange like crazy. Now all of these are duty officers that I've been selling on the exchange, and I think there are close to 100, if it's not more, that I've been selling on the exchange. 100 duty officers, usually around 20 to 30 thousand EC. All of these, and the list continues and continues and continues. It's crazy, right? Look at how much duty officers that I've been selling from here all the way to the top. I think about 150 duty officers I've been selling on the exchange. That has yielded me a lot of money, a lot of bling bling for my gear and my characters. Now the last thing that I kind of want to talk about before I go to that special vendor is you can make a lot of money by the EC, by the exchange. For an example, if you buy something really low and you sell it really high, you basically have made yourself that amount of difference in EC. But it's kind of risky. I mean, you kind of need to anticipate what is going to be happening in Star Trek Online. Is there like any new ship that are going to be sold? Are there like a special events that are going to continue, or, you know, something in that nature? I usually tend to look at ships. The Echuras, for example. The Nakul Echuras right here, 725. Or the Nakul Daimosh. Now this one is a really cool example if you want to earn a little bit of EC. Like this ship right now has been sold or is on the exchange or the auction house for 229,000. They just rounded up to 229 million EC. I have to pronounce it millions, not thousands. So 229 million EC. The next one is for 230 million. Well, if you buy this ship and put it somewhere between 229 and 230, you're basically going to make that EC in return. Now this is kind of a risky proposition that I'm telling you guys, but you can make money if you actually sell your ship this way. But it's kind of, like I said, kind of risky because you're going to put in a lot of your EC, and if this basically fails, you're going to lose that EC. I mean, the ship is going to be sold, but it's going to be sold somewhere, you know, somewhere cheaper than you know the one target that you were hoping for. Now, same deal can be applied on R&D material types, R&D items, R&D gear, R&D components, name it, you know, same thing can be applied up there. I'm not going to talk about all of the materials and how you can farm them in this video, because there are ways where you can get like all of these materials and, you know, where you can grab them, but it's kind of like labor intensive. You kind of need to go into sectors and go in and out of them by, you know, by cheating the engine a little bit, you know. So I'm not even going to go there, but like components are, you know, are really cool to you know, to have a look at. I mean, this component usually sells for a high amount. The pink ones usually, you know, are something that you can farm or craft on your own, but it's kind of risky because everybody is doing R&D materials and upgrades, you know, and for material. It's kind of a risky proposition, but I mean, you can make a lot of EC by grabbing something on the exchange and then just closing in the gap a little bit more than, you know, the next item is up for grabs. Now, R&D, all of the R&D items, they used to be sold real quick on the exchange, but the majority of players, they kind of know all of the tips and tricks, so they're kind of doing it on their own, and, you know, not a lot of money can be made that way. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is, you know, the last thing that I want to talk about is that vendor where you can earn a lot more money. So for that, we need to go into space and pay close attention, because this part is highly valuable. You're going to get 20% more EC for selling your items. Now, I'm going to transwarp to the Delta Quadrant with my ship, and here we go, Delta Quadrant. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a course to the Jenolan Dyson sphere, because in that Jenolan Dyson sphere there is an NPC that is going to give you a little bit more EC for all of your gear that you want to discard. Now, let's say you got a lot of loot like I got from that EC farming Foundry mission. So it is right up here. These mines, for an example, if I want to discard them for energy credits, I'm going to get 9,900 EC for that. Now I'm going to retrieve that one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to beam down to this to the space station, the Delta Quadrant command, and if you go to this vendor, the away team equipment requisition or the ship's equipment requisition, you're going to get run over by those pillars. No, you're going to get a little bit more EC out of your items. So away team weapon equipment requisite and then sell. Now obviously, because I have a lot of R&D materials like crazy, I need to scroll down a little bit. Scrolling, here we go. That mine that we sold or that we discarded gave us 9,921 EC, if memory serves correct. Now this guy is buying it a little bit more. So 21,000 EC for 14 versus 9.9. So a little bit more bucks for your useless for your useless gears. So that is one of my secrets for you guys. A little bit, like, I think it's 20% more EC or something like that. And this is the vendor that I'm talking about. Obviously you can make a lot more money than I just made. Obviously I made 1 million by doing, like, selling the duty officers on the exchange, by doing the tour of the galaxy. That is always a good one. Doing Admiralty missions, doing duty officer assignments, and, like, you know, the more loot that you get from missions, if you kill an enemy, there is a chance for it to drop loot. The higher or the more difficult the enemy is, the more difficult or the highly you know, the more rewards you're going to obtain, and that is the better gear, you know, that you can sell, the better loot that you can sell. Now, if nobody wants your loot, so, you know, you put it up on the exchange, and there is an exchange vendor up here, right there. So if you put everything on the exchange and it's like nobody wants to buy it, it's up there. And nobody wants to buy it, when you're like, well, I had enough of this item, I just don't want it anymore. You can basically, you know, sell it. And as you guys see, all of the, I think I started with 15 duty officers, all of them have been sold. So that is my tips and tricks to you guys for farming AC. And obviously if you are a pro at it, you can try to anticipate the cash flow on the exchange for, I don't know, for lockbox ships or R&D items, depending on whatever is, you know, highly valuable at that moment in Star Trek Online. Like a lot of players are buying lockbox keys. You know, maybe you can sell Zen and you know, grab some EC by selling lockbox keys. Now, you know, it's your choice. Be careful what you buy and what you sell on the exchange. It is, you kind of need to know what you're doing, and if you don't know what you're doing and you're really low on EC, I think this video has covered enough of tips and tricks for you to get a little bit of money. And obviously if you have more time, you can do this farming of EC with more characters like I have. Like all of these characters, you know, farm and, you know, grab EC or dilithium or whatever that I need for my character. And that is just my tip for you guys. Especially that I hope you guys paid close attention to the tip that I gave you on Tour of the Galaxy or Tour the Galaxy mission, because it doesn't need to be a really long mission. Usually it takes about 6 minutes if you put up all of the nicest gear, you know, the simulated engines, the warp core, the cooldown on transwarp, and if you use transwarp, you know, at a certain amount or at the right time, you can finish that mission like within 5 minutes or something like that. So I hope you guys had a little bit of entertainment, had a little bit of knowledge from this channel, and I hope you guys liked it as well. And if you happen to be running low on dilithium as well, there is another video that I made about farming dilithium in contraband in the video description, so take a look on that one as well. And I hope to see you on the next video. For now, take care.